Okay.
We're here tonight with Jim Parker. You want me to tell a little bit about who you are?
Yes, I'm Jim Parker, wannabe cowboy. I'm working here at the Flying E in Wickenburg, Arizona, and noticed two beautiful pictures of authentic American cowboys. Taken at Gold Canyon, California, Don Donnelly was the owner and operator of the D Spur guest ranch there, and Bill Coon, who was a master chef, was the cook. And they provided excellent meals and really great entertainment people in Gold Canyon. Great friends of Jim and Opal that own this operation. So this particular picture was taken in the 1990s out there at Gold Canyon. Unfortunately, a lot of that area has grown up with the housing boom. And so it is still part of the West, but not as Western as the Flying E.
Who took that picture?
I don't know who the photographer was. There's a name printed on here, but I'm not familiar, and it's not totally legible. But there's another picture over here, if you'd care to look at it, that's a little more celebrity laden, I guess you could say. This picture is the only cowboy that was ever a world's champion rodeo cowboy, Ben Johnson, Don Donnelly, and Buster Brown. And Don Donnelly, again, was the owner-operator of Gold Canyon Stables. Buster Brown was a renowned rodeo cowboy from Fort Sumner, New Mexico, and close personal friend of Ben Johnson's. Ben starred in several movies with John Wayne, and that's what brought this picture into being, because they were up there at Monument Valley, and I'm thinking it was the 50th year anniversary of either The Searchers or the trilogy that they did on the Fort Apache and the Western movies that John Ford directed up there. It's a very historic picture, and all three of those guys were sure enough legitimate cowboys and world's champions, and great people to be around. They were having a good time up there at that ride. Ben Johnson, if anyone in Arizona is familiar with Cowboys for Kids, he started a charity, and they would invite actors to come and rope or team sort, and then they would have professional people that would rope with them, or they would then compete for belt buckles and prizes and stuff. The actors were great about donating their time, and all of the proceeds were given to a charity, Cowboy for Kids. They raised several $1 million here in Arizona alone. They also had their shows in Reno, California, and Oklahoma.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Listen, I have another question for you, if you're open to it. So a few minutes ago, you were asking me, I said that we want the most important part of the ranch is the heart of the ranch, and we were talking about all of that. How do you perceive that? What's your experience being here working at the Flying E?
I'm involved here that I furnish livestock for specialty events. They have team roping available here, and it's a jackpot area. Wickenburg is the team roping capital of the world. We also furnish a different type of cattle than team roping cattle for team sorting. We also do cattle handling clinics and breakaway roping for the girls. And that's my role, is I'm in charge of the cattle end of it. I own the cattle. I work hand in hand with the ranch foreman here, and they have their own herd of cattle. They've got about 80 head of mother cows. They also do trail drives and special events with cattle here. This is a working ranch. And I could add that really legitimate working cowboys here too.
Yeah, it's not common.
Well, it is for us because that's what we do, but it's getting to where there's fewer and fewer ranches, as you well know. And this particular ranch here is fortunate. They've got water. And if we get rain like we did this year, we have a lot of native grass, and so there's an opportunity for the cattle business to do quite well this year. But we've had about 5 years of drought where we've had to reduce the cattle herds, and it's all the money's been going out, none of it coming in. But this year looks a lot better.
What do you love about the Flying E?
I think this is a kind of a family atmosphere here. Nobody's trying to pretend or upstage anyone. You just feel welcome when you get to this facility. And there is a sense of adventure here. After all, this is where the famous mine that Henry Wickenburg found, and is supposedly one of the richest gold mines in the world. And it also started the legend of the Lost Dutchman mine, because they feel like the gold was high graded here and taken to the superstitions. So the vulture mine is legitimate. There's a lot of Western activity here, and if you like that kind of stuff and you want to be involved in it, there's no better place to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone is really legitimately authentic, to use your words. Yeah,
it's been fun. I mean, the atmosphere here is. We're going to do it the cowboy way, but we're going to have fun doing it.
Yes, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Yes, ma'am.